So I've been sharing my art and my journey as an artist on YouTube for over 2 years now. In that time, I've posted over 100 videos, gained over 100,000 subscribers, and I think I've run into just about every conceivable problem an artist could run into when posting their stuff online. But I've learned from all of those experiences, and it's helped me craft a social media content planning strategy that has left me feeling far more creatively fulfilled than literally I ever have felt before, and I'd like to share that same strategy with you. This video was brought to you by Squarespace. The main problem with content planning as an artist is that oftentimes there's two buckets of content that you want to make and that your audience wants to see. And sometimes this is just like this Venn diagram overlaps completely. And other times it overlaps just a little bit or, mostly, but not quite. And the trick to finding out what lies in the middle of that Venn diagram, what kind of stuff will make everybody happy, is to identify both sides of this. And I think it's really important to make your needs a priority here. Your content is about you and your art. Your social media presence is you. And if you're ever going to actually be able to do this sustainably for a long time, you have to put your creative fulfillment at the forefront of your priorities. So what I want you to do first here, and I actually made a Notion template that will be filling out throughout this video, is to list your goals with your art career, with your business, whatever you want to do. Make a list, write it down. That way you can actually make content surrounding your goals and prioritize it. So let's use me as an example. I am so sorry for my bangs, by the way. So I want to release a print collection, make a bunch of art history related paintings, and set better boundaries with social media. That could be a video or it could not be. It's a goal, it's more nebulous, maybe that's more personal, but at least those first two I could definitely make videos about. And I also want to develop better habits. So using these listed goals, try to tease out some video ideas. So releasing a print collection, there's tons of stuff that's baked into that. And as someone who will do that in the future, I will be uniquely positioned to talk about it at length. All of those beginner questions that experts or more established artists might look over and not even consider in a video, I will have very recently thought about at length and have answers to. Some content ideas that could arise from my goals would be to make a video about how to prepare print files. Maybe I could also make a video about photographing my artwork, where to manufacture prints. I have on here that I want to make a bunch of art history related paintings, right? So one of my goal related videos that would urge me to not only synthesize the information that I'm learning in the process of achieving that goal, but to actually pressure me to follow up on it and follow things through and actually do the goal. Put effort toward it. If I make a habit of creating content centered around my goals, I'm going to be forced to actually follow up and value myself. So in step 1, we figured out the content that you want to make, the content that we want to make that will help us feel more creatively fulfilled. In step 2, you have to identify the other half of this Venn diagram, the stuff that your audience wants to see from you. Your most popular videos are a very good indicator of this. And so what I first want you to do is identify the themes or the topics, the subjects, even the formats in your most popular pieces of content. And if you're not posting content yet, you have to do a little bit more work here and identify what you think your target audience would want to see most from you, what value you could offer them. Some of my most popular videos are about money. So how to make money as an artist. We have income streams for artists, how to find your art style, my art book collection, and my journey as a self-taught artist. With this list, I can pretty easily identify some things that I could do again. Some places here that I could generate sequels, spin-offs, follow-ups, approach the same topic from a different angle, maybe interview somebody and get their take on something that I've already made content about and kind of react to that and have a conversation instead of just presenting my opinion. So how to make money as an artist is a pretty obvious one. I could just make quarterly income reports. like a part of my content calendar, just showing people like, hey, this is what I made in like January or November. I could also talk about, let's see, passive income for artists, maybe even something like affiliate marketing. So I go through this same routine for literally 5 minutes, just brainstorming video idea after video idea based off of what has worked for me in the past. And I'm sure that the point has just gotten across already. So before we proceed over into step 3, I want to briefly talk about our sponsor, Squarespace. So I know that you've heard the same Squarespace ad read probably hundreds of times here on YouTube, and that's not what I want to do. I want to talk about how I've been using Squarespace for actually years to run my website, and they have processed like thousands of dollars with the payments from my online store, and I have never had problems. Squarespace is probably the backbone of my entire business. I sell digital products, and I'm looking forward to selling prints on Squarespace. And they're easy drag and drop design tools, they're beautiful templates, how you can add custom fonts via CSS, all of that stuff makes them an incredibly valuable platform. And with Squarespace's extensions and their API, you can expand the limit of what's possible by quite a lot on their platform. So I'm currently creating a collection of brand new paintings. I have been for a couple of months now, and at the end of the year, or a little bit before that, I'm going to be releasing a print collection on my website. Squarespace makes this really easy. Personally, I don't have the space or the capacity or the interest to ship out orders by hand and hold a bunch of inventory in my apartment, so I'm going to be relying on Squarespace's print-on-demand integrations. Squarespace's print-on-demand extensions are an immense time saver. They're incredibly convenient, and they also have extensions that work really well for calculating sales tax, handling shipping, literally everything you need to run your business. If you want to start on Squarespace, you can today and go to squarespace.com/Kelsey Rodriguez and enter code Kelsey Rodriguez for 10% off your very first purchase of a website or domain. I genuinely wholeheartedly recommend Squarespace. But with that, let's get back to the regularly scheduled video. And so step 3 is really all about making a plan. So we have our two sides of the Venn diagram, right? We have the stuff that we want to make, the stuff that will help us feel creatively fulfilled. And then we have the stuff that our audience wants to see from us, the stuff that our audience feels super passionate and excited about and like is going to click on and like watch and comment about and be excited by. So we have these two sides of this Venn diagram. And then also, we've kind of found like a little bit of the middle over here too, because I talk about in step 2 how important it is for all of these videos that you're listing to be things that you're also excited about. You shouldn't dread making these videos. You should maybe not be like maximally excited necessarily, but you should be looking forward to it in a way that like you feel even more so when you think about the video ideas generated in step 1. So step 3 is about finding the balance here. You can't just make videos about like how much money you're making every single week. It doesn't work. You run out of things to talk about. You have to have a lot of variety in your art channel to really make it work. You can't crank out a painting every single week. You'll put too much pressure on yourself. So instead of doing that, you need to think about how long each piece of content takes you. One painting for me can take a week to a month and a half. I have to allow for that time and that process and not rush myself when I am planning my content. I couldn't post a painting process every week. That just wouldn't be sustainable for me as an oil painter. So when you are planning your content, make sure that you keep in mind the length. If you are making a studio vlog, you cannot make that every single week. Like, you're going to run out of stuff interesting in your life that's happening. You need to have some variety. And that's what the like meta art content is about up here. Content that is about art, but where you don't make art in it. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So let's work through this by example. Let me kind of show you what I mean. So just to give you an example here, a low effort video that wouldn't take you very long, like maybe less than 4 hours, maybe medium effort is less than 12 hours, and high effort is more than 24 hours from start to finish, like your entire process. This is like my metrics. If a video takes you like a week to do, awesome. This is like just like as an example, okay? So a low effort video might be like an art collection or art book collection video, or like how much art you made in a month. If you've already like made the art, maybe like looking at your old high school portfolio. So that's low effort stuff. You've already done the work. Like that was long ago. You're just talking about it now. Or like an art movement tier list video would be low effort. I just have to show up and like rank the art movements, talk about it, and turn off the camera, and my work is done. I don't have to make a painting. Or like a quarterly income report would also count as low effort. Medium effort is somewhere in between here, right? So maybe this is like a sketchbook session or a draw with me. Let's see, something else could be maybe like self-taught artist tips where you have to write the script and you have to sit down and like maybe that takes a little bit more effort to really get your thoughts together. Or let's scroll through our videos up here, our ideas. So passive income for artists and like actually having stuff to say. Or like a, I don't know, maybe like a big walkthrough tutorial for artists wanting to start their career. All of that's like medium effort, whereas high effort stuff could be like a big painting, like maybe like a 4 by 6 foot painting that like you want to make a video about. That's going to take you like a while to make, right? Or like, I don't know, a week of art studio vlog, or like a monthly studio vlog where you like film for the entire month and put all of that together. Okay, so the point that I want to make here is that you need to alternate between low and medium and high effort videos. You cannot consistently make high effort videos every single week. And also, like, you're going to want to make high effort videos probably sometimes just for like the challenge and like you're excited by them. And it's important for when you do want to do that, that you like sort of have a buffer on either side of like low effort stuff or medium effort stuff that you could crank out in like a couple of hours or less than a day or something to really allow you to focus on that big project so you can make that video. So when we are planning our content, you need to consider that. You need to consider that not every video is created equal. Some take months to make, others take like 2 hours. So let's go ahead and plan like a month's worth of content here. Let's say that we're making just one video a week, right? But at the end of the month, we want to do like a big studio vlog. So we have our monthly studio vlog here. We're going to be filming that studio vlog from weeks 1 through 4. That's like going to be a really high effort project that we're putting a lot of attention into. We're drawing like a couple days a week. We're painting and stuff to really allow us to get all that footage together and make a good story out of it. So maybe you make it like super cinematic and film-like or something, but you can't make studio vlogs for week 1, 2, and 3 also, or else you're not going to have enough footage. So maybe in week 2, you do a self-taught artist tips video. And in week 1, maybe you do an art book collection video. And week 3, maybe you put in like a sketchbook session. All of that allows you to like put the effort and the time and the, like just investing enough hours into having that big monthly studio vlog go out, but you're still having tons of variety, both like for you. So you're still doing the stuff that you're excited about, right? Like you're talking about art history and the art books. You're allowing yourself to like learn stuff and like new techniques that you're going to share. That's a goal-focused video. Like self-taught artist tips is absolutely a goal-focused video because you have to actually learn stuff in order to have those tips to share. And the sketchbook session is aligned with the art that we want to make. So that's kind of what I'm talking about when I think of content planning. That's what's going through my mind. I'm thinking of, okay, how can I balance all of this stuff and really make my content serve me and my audience? And it's a hard like thing to juggle, but it's necessary if you want to make this like sustainable for you. I see a lot of creators just like cranking out high effort video after high effort video like Mr. Beast, and I'm like, wow, like you must have so many things going on at once. And you're probably filming like every single day, and I don't know, guys, that's just not for me. I like to have a 4-day work week. I like to paint on the weekends and go hiking and just like have a social life. And If I was doing high effort videos every single week, I would get burnt out so fast, and it is so important to me to have just variety in my content, both so that, like, I could pivot if I wanted to, and also so that I'm giving myself just, like, enough variety in my work week. I'm, like, doing different things. I don't think I would like it if I had to do, like, an oil painting video every single week. I think I would get really bored of filming painting B-roll shot after painting B-roll shot and mixing colors for the 17th time in a row and trying to make that new and aesthetic and fresh feeling, and that's challenging to make it interesting every single time. I think having variety in your content is the way to go. And it's also great for reach too. You're going to be able to be seen by more eyes if you put yourself out there and you have your eggs in different baskets. So that's the end of this video. If you want to see more of my thoughts on social media and how to grow your following as an artist, consider watching the playlists on the screen right now. I hope to see you there, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.